We all love strong, overpowered characters like Gojo or Escanor, but not every strong character is loved, especially when they stand on the darker side. Gunpark is one such character. He is a mix of Gojo and Geto, born strong like Gojo, but a villain who exists in a gray area of morality rather than pure evil. His philosophy cannot simply be stamped as evil like Geto's. Gun is a legendary fighter, trained in countless martial arts, a genius whose feats are spoken of like myths and legends. He is a man who humbled every strong fighter, respected by those who lived, hated by many, and defeated by none. He is none other than Gun Yamazaki, known as the White Ghost. Gunpark, also known as Park Jong-geon, is a major antagonist in the manhwa Lookism. He is a legendary fighter and the former bodyguard of Crystal Choi, the daughter of HNH Group chairman Charles Choi. Gun is half Japanese and half Korean, and his unmatched fighting skills earned him the title of White Ghost within the Yamazaki Syndicate. Early life and introduction. Gun was born with Ultra Instinct, a rare ability that makes him an exceptional fighter. He was raised by the Yamazaki clan in Japan and recognized by the Yakuza as the White Ghost. His past is deeply tied to Charles Choi, who saw Gun's potential and made him one of the 10 geniuses. Gun was forced to leave Korea because his uncle, Shintaro, wanted to kill him after discovering that Gun was not the true heir. Shintaro, the elder son, took control after Shingen's death, who died while protecting Gun. Later, Gun was found by Gaprion Kim, who sent him to juvenile prison for safety. There, Gun conquered the entire prison and met Charles Choi, a former member of the Fist. Charles wanted to become the biggest and most powerful man in the world, and he needed Gun's strength to achieve that. Gun agreed, but only because he wanted to test something. If his father, who had such potential, had not died protecting him, what could he have become? Gun wanted to see whether Charles would make the same mistake as his father. Gun proposed a condition. He would only join Charles if he was allowed to kill his daughter, Crystal. Charles agreed without hesitation. Gun found the answer he was looking for. Charles did not kill Crystal. Gun was merely testing him. After that, Gun and Charles met in Daniel's old room to plan their future. Charles needed strong people in power, so Gun went to recruit Gu Kim. Both were aware of each other's infamous reputations, and their duel ended in a tie, interrupted by James Lee. Later, they met Tom Lee. Gun and Gu formed the 4 major crews to generate money and power, destroying countless lives in the process. During this time, Gun encountered Hostel, Big Deal, Johan, and later formed workers under Eugene. Charles needed to erase his past, especially the red paper. He, Gun, and Gu went to Qianliang, where Gun and Charles fought the Kojima brothers. It felt as if Gun could destroy them easily, his former teachers, which showed how much he had grown. Later, Shaman died. Gu kidnapped Teijin. Charles believed the red paper was destroyed, but it turned out to be fake. The real one survived and was later handed to Daniel by reporter Kim. Gun then returned to Japan to fight Shintaro. It felt as if Shintaro could defeat Gun, but Shintaro chose death instead, allowing himself to burn, leaving Gun as the new head of the Yamazaki. After returning from Japan, the red paper incident triggered the hunt for Gun. Everyone knows how that ended. Gun destroyed them all. Until his last breath, Gun remained by Charles's side. Charles trusted Gun so deeply that even after knowing Gu had allied with all 4 major crews and Eugene was against him, he still believed Gun would protect him. If not for Daniel Park, Charles would have been saved. Gun did his job. Gun Park is a man of ideals. His life is tragic. He was born for a purpose: to restore the Yamazaki's honor by conquering South Korea and defeating Gaprion Kim or his allies. He was not born normal, nor raised normal. He had no love, no home, no safety. He had to earn everything by becoming strong. Violence and pressure surrounded him constantly. His brother committed suicide under pressure, the only person who ever treated Gun like a human. This hardened Gun's heart and forced him to grow up far too early. Gun Park is what happens when a child is raised in an environment like the Yamazaki. This shaped 2 core beliefs in him. 1, only results matter. Become strong to control your outcome. 2, live for your ideals. This is Yamazaki discipline. We love characters who live by their philosophy and possess true strength. We hate heroes who act like dogs. Fans hate James Lee because he only pretends to be good and backstabs others for his own goals. Even after Gu sliced half of Gun's neck, Gunn's only concern was whether Charles was safe, because he had promised him. Gunn vowed to make Charles a greater man and to be there to witness his fall as well. Gunn was never afraid of his own death. He is not a madman who destroys lives for fun. Though he loves to fight, it is always for a purpose. He helped build the 4 major crews because Charles needed money. He destroyed them because they became a threat to Charles and to his promise. When many second-generation characters said, "If it weren't for you, we would have lived a good life," they weren't entirely wrong. They might have lived better lives, but not good ones. The truth is, they all needed the devil's hand and were connected to Gunn, directly or indirectly. Johann needed Gunn for his mother's treatment. Jake was already a gang member, making conflict inevitable. Eli sheltered homeless kids illegally. All of them had already stepped onto evil ground, intentionally or not. Gunn knew this. Their fates were already sealed. He gave them opportunities, and once his goal was fulfilled, he ended them. That is what a devil does. Yes, they had no choice, but that is exactly what a devil represents. When you find a devil, your fate is sealed in his hands. Gunn is wrong, but Gunn already chose how he would live his life. He had no choice either. He is a victim as well. We do not hate logical or inevitable outcomes. Gunn represents the duality of the devil. He ruins lives, yet he is also the one who gives others the tools, strength, money, or opportunity to fight for what they want. This makes him a deterministic villain, a man shaped entirely by his environment, acting consistently within his own dark worldview. That is why we do not hate him. His actions are cruel, but they are logical, consistent, and true to the world that created him.